Welcome to the On Deck podcast presented by LineStar, your top MLB player prop bets plus your home run calls of the day. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. Baseball is back. We're back with props, more winners to give out, and we've got some good news, bad news to start off the show. The good news is that last Friday, if you tuned into the show, I was perfect in my picks. Overall in the show, we were 4-2 on our picks, but I put together, Tyler, a 6-leg parlay on Underdog Fantasy, and it cashed for me. I was sweating it out all night. It was so much fun, though. Byron Buxton delivered the final hit for me that I needed to clear that. That's actually the biggest or the most legs of a parlay that I've been able to cash a ticket on. So I got to do a little humble brag to start off that. So just give it up for the Props AI tool. Can't take the credit, unfortunately, because I was just using the Props AI tool on the LineStar app to help me find the best bets. So hopefully you guys were able to put together a winning ticket as well last Friday. Hopefully we'll be able to give you some more winners here today on the show. As always, again, using that Props AI tool in the LineStar app. If you don't have it already, make sure to check it out, linestarapp.com. And if you don't already have apps like Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay, we've got links for you below. And if you use the promo code LineStar, not only will you get a deposit match, but you'll also get 1 free month of LineStar. So if you're someone who's been kind of on the fence about pulling the trigger on getting a LineStar subscription, that's a way to do it, to test the waters for a month before you have to pay for it. So it's a great deal there. And if you haven't already, do us a huge favor before we get into it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. A comment enters you into our prop bets contest. If we go 2-0 on our main picks, one randomly selected commenter will win $50. We'll set off the money guns coming up on Monday. So got to be in it to win it. And of course, I mentioned I had good news and bad news. So the good news, crushed it on my ticket on Underdog Fantasy last week. But then I gave out some picks in the home run derby, and you guys, I have to say, called me out on it. As you know on this show, I cemented a rule for myself a couple times that and if you watch the show when I said, you know what, I have had it with Red Sox players and Mets players this season. What did I do? I didn't even realize I was doing it at the time, Tyler, but I was solo on the show, so I had no one to kind of call me out on it. But I picked Pete Alonso for the home run derby, and he was just horrible. So within like 3 shows of me making that rule that never again will I bet on a Mets player, and I didn't even realize it was happening. It was like my unconscious just like trying to do it. And of course, what happened? Anytime I pick a Mets player or a Boston player, you should immediately fade me. That's just what needs to happen. That was just pretty funny, though. But the commenters called me out as well. Tyler also called me out on it.
It took you 2 shows to go under my line of 3.5, which I'm impressed. You know, I thought you would go under. I just didn't think it would be the second show.
What makes me so mad about that, too, is all the stats are saying, like, Alonso's in a really great spot, back with the old pitching coach that helped him win the other contests. And then I even messaged you, and I was like, you know who I'm really looking at for this one? Teoscar Hernandez value is looking really good. And I actually did say on the show that I did like that one. So, but my gut was telling me to go with Teoscar, and I went against it for a Mets player. What am I doing? So have to say that. Sorry if you guys tailed me on those.
You blew it.
But Bobby Witt Jr. did well. I also mentioned him. So not too bad, but that was a fun contest. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how I liked the rule changes though, but it ended up being some fireworks at the end. So it was a fun contest. And, I'm ready for baseball to be back though today. Nice Mondo slate for today. Yes. How about you?
I am ready. Let's go.
All right, let's fire it up here. The Props AI tool, prop picks of the day. Tyler, where are you headed for your best main prop bet of the day?
My favorite pick for the day is Luis Castillo over 5.5 Ks at -125. He's been over in 56% of games so far this season, but at home he has been over in 8 of 10 this season. His K rate at home, or K per 9, is 9.8 at home versus 7.9 away. He is better at home. Frankly, his strikeout stuff is there. I know it's a tough matchup versus the Astros, who have been hot, who don't strike out a ton. But I think 5.5 is just too low, and Castillo can get there even in a tough matchup.
Yeah, had some rest, enjoyed, a little downtime in the All-Star break. So nice fresh arms. That's why I'm a little bit nervous about hitters props for today because, I don't necessarily know for hitters if it's a great thing to just be sitting around for a couple days, not swinging the bat. I don't know, but for today, I still am going with the hitter prop, of course. Trea Turner over 1.5 bases looks pretty good for me today because, quite frankly, he's been crushing it this season. He's, in fact, been over that 1.5 bases line 60% of the time this season. 349 average and a 924 on base plus slugging versus lefties specifically. That makes him a top 10% hitter against southpaws. And today he'll be going up against Pittsburgh's lefty Martin Perez, who he's actually got good history against, 4 of 12. Also, you look at the Pittsburgh bullpen, they rank 25th, and Trea Turner's likely in a good spot in the lineup tonight. It hasn't come out yet, but likely batting second, so in a good spot, and has a decent matchup against either Perez or that bullpen. So I like Trea Turner over 1.5 bases. What about some bonus for today? It is Flex Friday after all, aka Full Send Friday. So we got to give our viewers plenty of options to choose from. So what else you got?
I got a hitter prop for you. It is Brent Rooker over 7 fantasy points. Our LineStar projection is all the way to 12.6. The consensus, 7.5. He's been over in 53% of games so far this season. But over the last 20 games, Rooker is hitting 494. And then if you want to take that last 20 games versus right-handed pitching, he's hitting 400 with an ISO of 333. He has 9 plate attempts against Griffin Canning. He has 1 home run, hitting a 571 ISO versus him. And then after Canning, we got a poor bullpen. I like the spot for Brent Rooker to go over.
And curious to see, Brent Rooker is the topic of a lot of trade rumors. I was just looking up to try to see, who's the front runner for the Brent Rooker sweepstakes recently. And I always feel like players that are kind of on the trade block somehow always do better, I guess, because they're kind of auditioning a little bit for whoever is going to pick them up at the trade deadline. So it should be interesting to watch there. Now, I am wearing a Yankee shirt, so I feel like I got to go with a Yankee for one of my picks. We're going Juan Soto over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. LineStar's projection is 2.4 for this. He's been over 61% of the time this season and a lefty bat that's a top 5% hitter versus righties. Today, he'll be going up against Tampa Bay righty Zach Eflin, who Soto's got great numbers against. He's 14 of 31 with 5 extra base hits. That's a 452 average and a 1255 OPS. So great numbers against him. Plus Soto likely batting second tonight in the lineup. And Soto's been hitting the ball really well. Top 10% in exit velocity and barreled balls versus righties over the last 2 weeks. So I like Juan Soto here. One more that I like for today is going to be Shohei Ohtani over 1.5 bases. He's been over 6 of the last 10 games, including that All-Star game where he had a bomb, 319 average, 1046 OPS in July, and a lefty bat with an 1132 OPS versus righties, going up against Boston's righty Nick Pivetta, who he's 4 for 9 against with 2 home runs. Boston's bullpen, 20th in opponent average. We've also got some pretty nice weather at Dodger Stadium today, 77 degrees, which is pretty warm for LA, and also an 8-mile-an-hour wind out to right. So that's always a pretty good bet. Shohei is always over 1.5 bases. Never a bad bet there. So those are my bonus picks. Again, if you would like to enter into our contest, all you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, and you are in it to win it. If we go 2-0 on our main picks, which as a reminder for today, we are going with Castillo over 5.5 strikeouts plus Trea Turner over 1.5 bases. If you'd like to tail us, you can do so on Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, Chalkboard, ParlayPlay. We've got links below for you, but use that promo code LineStar so you can get that deposit match plus 1 free month of LineStar. Now it is time for home run calls of the day. It is good to be back with home run calls for today. Tyler, where are you headed for a dinger on this Friday?
I got to go back to Brent Rooker plus 500. I love these plus 500 home run props, but look, we have them a LineStar with a 22.1% chance for a home run. Vegas is at like 16.7, so there's nice value here in a bet. He has 8 home runs over the last month, 38 over the last 150 games. He has a 571 ISO versus Canning and 9 plate attempts, and Canning is allowing 1.6 home runs per 9. Behind him, we got a poor bullpen, so I like Rooker's chance for a bomb.
Yeah, I like that value. Plus 500 too for Brent Rooker. Nice call there. For mine, I'm going to Shohei Ohtani. Not as great a value as Brent Rooker, but still plus 224 a home run today. He's got 29 on the year, 392 ISO against right-handed pitching, which of course measures that raw power that a hitter has. And MLB average is around like 120 for that set. Like 120 is actually considered pretty good. So 392, are you kidding me? And he's going up against Boston righty Nick Pivetta, who's giving up a 155 home run per nine rate. That ranks 18th highest among all pitchers, minimum 50 innings pitched. And Shohei's got good history against him. He's 4 for 9 with 2 home runs. I know that's not a huge sample size, but anytime a player has gone yard against a pitcher, I like the confidence that they're going to head into the batter's box with. So we're going Shohei for a bomb tonight. He delivered in the All-Star game, so I think he's going to deliver once again at Dodger Stadium tonight. What do you think, Tyler? Not too much of a stretch.
Shohei's always a good bet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going a little chalky here as we head into the second half of the season. I guess I was wearing my Aaron Judge shirt, so maybe, of course, he's probably going to go yard now. That's just, how that works. And congrats if you guys have been taking the home run call the following day after I pick it, because that is 100% a trend that has been happening all season long. Have you noticed that, Tyler, that like any day I have a home run call that it doesn't cash on the day that I pick it, it most likely hits the following day. It's just been an infuriating trend.
Yeah, well, you had that one run where it happened for like a week and a half straight.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So hopefully Shohei can do it for us tonight here. So against the Red Sox. So, hey, at least I'm not taking a Red Sox or a Mets player. That's all I have to say, at least for today. Mm-hmm. Let me know in the comments where you're headed, either for a prop bet or a home run call, if there's any locks that we missed out on. Hey, we're all trying to help each other out, beat the books on this Friday, and we're trying to put together those Flex Friday tickets. I'm not quite sure, Tyler, if I'm going to do another of those 6-leggers. That was a little crazy, but hey, it's kind of fun sometimes to just go full send Friday.
Yeah,
go full send. It's just fun.
Go for it.
All right. Good luck, everybody, in all of your prop betting endeavors. If you have any comments, drop them below. We will see you guys on Monday. Have a great day and good luck.
Adios.